Eaton Senior Communities began as a dream of the congregation at West Alameda Community Baptist Church. They'd had other successful community projects, but couldn't get the county or city to approve their plans for affordable senior housing. Their luck changed when Reverend Dean Painter became their new pastor.
I felt energized and very positive toward what might happen with the church. And so I accepted their call and came, as I said, in January 1971. As a part of my call to the ministry, I insisted that the church engage in a church and community study. And as a result of the study, it simply reaffirmed what the church, in one sense, already knew. There still was no affordable senior housing in Lakewood or most of Jefferson County.
So the congregation drew up plans to add a 6-story senior housing facility to the existing church campus on the north side of Alameda. The next step was getting the plans approved by the city.
And at that time, the city council was meeting in a high-rise off of Union. We met, we packed the room with seniors and others who were supportive, and then there were other neighbors who were there who were not supportive. And the city council approved it unanimously. There was some tension from the neighborhood, and as soon as we got the approval, then they began organizing. Long story short, they wound up filing suit. District Court ruled in our favor. They appealed to the State Supreme Court. And the State Supreme Court upheld the zoning.
But the plans stalled when federal low-income housing funds were frozen. Happily, the state of Colorado moved in to fill the funding gap.
So we had the zoning, everything, we were ready to go, and the neighbors filed suit because Lakewood staff forgot to file the plat on time for the combined site. And then I got a letter from HUD. Basically, if you do not move this project forward in some feasible manner, within 90 days, we are going to cancel the contract. Well, I knew that there was RC zoning also across the street, and this large area that was partially very sketchy development fronting Alameda, but there was a huge area behind there as well as coming over to around the corner to Eaton.
So plans were redrawn, and after intense negotiation, the land was purchased.
So we had our groundbreaking ceremony around 5 o'clock, right off of here. And we popped champagne corks over the ditch, and there was a tree nearby, then they would see if they could hit it over the tree and scandalize our district regional minister, but our church members were just overly joyed and had a great time.
But in this story, nothing's ever too easy. As new construction began on the south side of Alameda, the congregation took down the old turkey barn next to the A-frame on the north side of the street.
And with that, unfortunately, the gas meter and everything was connected with that building, and we had to, come winter, we had to vacate and met, I've forgotten how long, in the funeral home a few blocks up Alameda.
So it was a long road from the dream of providing affordable senior housing to opening Eaton's doors in March of 1980 and paving the way to the thriving senior community Eaton is today. What a blessing that the resolve of the small but mighty West Alameda Community Baptist Church never faltered.